And the only tools I'm going to need, this cabinet opens up down on the bottom, is my nut driver and a spatula. This is just a spatula that we have for doing repairs on drywall. And there's two brackets here and here that hold it down. And if you look in there, you can see it. This one was loose, so I didn't have to push it down. It's a little bit bent. This one is caught. So what you're going to do is just put that in there and push down. And this is the bracket that's holding that on. I believe it's a tension spring. And it sits on these two clips here. This is the cabinet that is holding the lint trap. And this will clean up all this blue. Looks like it's some ink of some kind or a crayon that got in there. Soft scrub with bleach will clean this up real good. The felt on this is brand new. I don't think this dryer was either used a lot or this felt was just replaced. You have to take this out to be able to access all this. And the tenants who had this dryer told me that they had opened this up and blown it out. The inside of the cabinet is in really good, clean shape. There's just a little bit of lint, and this is what causes the dryer fires, because it gets against those heating coils, and the heat in there gets so hot that it can, just from being in there, for lack of a better word, I guess I'll say it'll self-combust. This particular type has two screws that hold this on. And this one has been cleaned out. You can tell it's been cleaned out because there's no excess linen here, and usually when you open this up there's just a pile of dirt, nuts, nails, anything like that sitting right in there, and they can get pretty gross. So a lot of times people say if you buy one used that it's been cleaned out or serviced, I like to stick my hand up here and see if there's anything, and there's just a little bit of material in there. And if you ever have thought about what is the lint, that is literally your clothes falling apart in your dryer. So the less lint that's in there, the better, because that means you're not having your clothes fall apart. And if you've got a lot of lint in there, it could be because you wear a lot of cotton clothes. And if you have pets, this wheel can get really, really clogged up, and it'll look like there's a material in there that looks like drywall dust. And it's basically residual soap and fine, fine particles of lint. So then what you want to do is, with the attachments in your vacuum, you're going to suck out anything, lint or particles inside of your dryer that you can get out. And I suggest using the brush attachment and an extension wand to get in to the areas that you can't see. I'm just using a shop vac. You can use any vacuum. keep those screws in a different spot so I don't accidentally suck them up. And this has already been done. Normally you would go over this, and this is what you need the brush attachment for, is to get a lot of this out. It's good to keep this clean even in between servicing here, because your fabric softener can get caught up in there and block those holes, and if you have blocked airflow, then your dryer isn't getting the return air to circulate very well and get your clothes dry. Now generally when you do this, you get some lint in the inside of the drum. What I was saying about pets before is the amount of animal hair that gets caught up inside of a machine from it sucking in air can just be tremendous and block it right off. Now, to put this in, there's a bracket that this sits on. This was a real simple clean out, and I really like this style of dryer because of that front cabinet just popping off like it does. It's very, very quick and simple to get into the cabinet. On the different style of dryer, that the lint trap is on the top. The dryer top can get scratched from pulling the lint trap in and out, as well as it's harder to clean out because you have to take the whole panel off the back of the dryer, and there's a long shaft going down to the bottom of the dryer from the lint trap to where it blows out. And so there's 4 screws that hold that in, and then there's 6 screws along the sides of the back, and then 3 in the middle of a U shape to hold it all on. So you've got quite a few of these nuts and screws to have to clean out. And there's some slots here on the bottom of this panel, and you're going to want to put those right into there. I would suggest taking care with these. I had to replace them at a rental once, and they were $6 a piece. This one's a little bit bent. There. Not quite in all the way, but I'll have to bend that back. Stick your lint trap back in there, and that dryer's all set and ready to use with no danger of any fires or accumulated lint, and it should dry great like that for a long time. So that's how you clean out your dryer. If you have any questions, email me and I'll answer them the best I can.